I have a question that's not necessarily related to what you just said, but I just remembered a parent having the struggle of, there's a separation and then the other parent now has someone else, and the other person, the step parent, is uncomfortable with that kind of dialogue to work out what's going on with the child. In that kind of situation, is it, say, for example, the dad left and remarry, is it that the stepmom and the mom work together? Or you advocate for the mom and the dad to still work together to maintain some kind of peace? So when there's a third party involved for any of the parents, how do you do that when the other parent, the step parent, is not comfortable with you having an amicable relationship with your ex?
Thank you for asking that question. So can you picture that when I'm doing a parenting plan with a couple, this is before they're even divorced, right? Yes. I am bringing up to them that at some point in the next 2 to 5 years, one or both of you will fall in love. I can put money on it. Mm-hmm. And so I would say to them, if it were you, Tanisha, I'd say, Tanisha, when you fall in love, your new beloved is going to get you. They're going to get your beautiful child or children, and they're going to get, I'll just call him Brad. They're going to get Brad, your partner, your co-parent.
Right.
This is a route of no escape. So as you begin to date and bring your beloved into your life, you want to be sure that they understand what the architecture is of your family. Your family architecture includes an adult who does not live in your home, but who has influence over your children and for whom you will always be co-parenting with. Till death do you part. Mm-hmm. That's a healthy, if we want the healthy way to do two-home family life, that's the healthy way. When a step-parent or a new romantic partner comes into a relationship where they want to disrupt the co-parenting relationship, I would encourage that person to step back and do some work there. Because that's almost always a sign of insecurity. That will not play well. It will become a source of kind of a cancer in the children's relationships with the adults. Again, children should be allowed to love out loud, both of their parents. And that includes me telling stories about what I did with my dad at the dinner table at your house, without you bristling about those stories.
Yes. Yes.
So now back to your question. Here are the states. I have to be clear that this is where I work. The two people who have legal responsibility for a child are the co-parents. So in this case, the mom and the dad. They have a responsibility to do joint decision-making when that's what the court has ordered, which is 99% of the time. Mm-hmm. And they have a responsibility to pay for the activities and agreements that they made, child's health care, education, etc. When a new adult comes into the family, that is an earned position. And what I mean by that, it's like a job interview. In time, if you were my partner's new beloved, I would want to invite you into a parenting coalition with us. But that's not going to happen in the first 6 months. It's probably going to take a year or two. And I'm going to be looking across, watching what's happening with our children. And I'm going to be thinking, Tanisha is amazing. What she brings to my children's lives in the home with their other parent is so valuable. I want to include her now. I want to bring her in. I want her voice. I want her perspectives. Mm-hmm. But that is not a right. It is like a job interview. So when a step parent thinks they have rights like that, that is typically very disruptive. Because as a co-parent, your beloved suddenly wielding rights in our relationship without my permission is going to cause me to go, hold the phone, baby, right? These are our children. Thank you for your help, but you're not part of the decision makers.
Right. And the children might act out as well because they might not openly welcome this new person, or they might think this new person is trying to replace their mom or their dad, depending on what side it is.
Correct. And anytime there's that sort of forced family, again, that sense of I have a right to, you will call me mom, you will call me dad. I have a right now because I married your parent. Relationships aren't built that way. Relationships are earned. They're built in the heart. They don't care about marriage documents. They don't care about divorce documents either, by the way. They care about relationship.
So even with the children, it is earned. So it's earned from the other parent and it's also earned with the children.